All right, we're joined by Alamogordo Golf, and we got a full house in here today. We're joined by head coach Tommy Standefer. I won't do the usual thing where I ask him how many years of the Fred Tiger Golf.
It's frustrating now, Charles. It's a bunch.
Yeah.
Right? Kylie, is that correct?
That's
it's just
correct.
a bunch. Okay.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where kids you've coached, their kids are now playing for, like the one just to your left, right?
Yes.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to introduce the five that you brought with you today?
Okay, for the girls, I have seniors Corynn, Speer, and Kylie Rideout. Mm-hmm. And for the boys, I have senior Wyatt, Holt, and 8th graders Dyson, Wright, and Landon, Wright.
All right. How's everybody doing today? Good?
Yep.
Good. All right. That's what we like to hear. Coach, I mean, it's you've obviously got some returners from last year that on both sides that are going to have an impact, but you've also got some, speaking of the 8th graders and Wyatt coming out this year, you've got some talented kids on both ends.
Yeah, we're fortunate. We do have some talent, and we had a discussion about this yesterday. It's not talent, it's how you use it and how hard you work at it. But, yeah, I'm happy with the kids and what we've got, and got some older kids that can play, and we've got some younger kids that can play. So this is a good situation to be in. Yeah.
Overall, you feel like you've had some pretty good numbers that have come out between the two programs?
We always have more boys. That's one of the things. But, yeah, we're fine. We're right at 28, 29 kids total.
Okay, very good. And have your first, JV meet is next week, right?
Well, we're going to play varsity on Monday here.
Okay.
And I'm sending some JV kids over to Artesia on the same day.
Okay. And so next week's not the Alamogordo Invitational. That's the week after, right?
No, we're up next week on the 4th.
Oh, okay. I don't know why for some reason I thought that was the week
Charles,
after.
I've been off I think it's leap year.
Okay.
And I've been off the whole time, too.
Okay. I'm going to blame it on that. There's so many things that are going on right now. It's hard to keep track of. Corynn, senior year, right?
Yep.
Okay. One of those that I feel like it's you. I know you came in your sophomore year to Alamogordo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's what I was trying to remember, but it seems like you've been here for quite a while now. Are you excited for your senior year of golf?
I am. Feel like it's going to be sad, though, when it's all done, but I'm excited.
All right. Now, where do you feel like your game is at? Do you feel like it's the strongest that it's been in your career?
Oh, yeah. I'm at a really good point right now.
All right. Where do you feel like you're strongest at the moment in your game?
I'd say putting.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
It's been good.
What's the big part maybe that you've been trying to improve? Was there something in particular this season that you were trying to improve on going into the season?
Just my swing in general.
Yeah.
Making sure everything's good.
Okay. Very good. And numbers that you're trying to hit this year? I mean, I know you've been right there in the mix to try and win the individual state title over the last couple of years. Is that the big goal for you this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
And district individual title as well?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Kylie Rideout, and it was funny because we just did track and field, talking to them a little bit earlier on today, and somebody said, "Oh yeah, Kylie's doing pole vault," and I'm thinking, "Wait, Kylie Rideout, who also does golf?" I got to ask the question. I mean, because you haven't done pole vault before, right?
Last year was my first year.
Last year was your first year.
Yes.
Okay, how'd you get talked into doing that? And I mean, obviously you've been playing golf for quite a while now, right?
I've been playing golf since 8th grade. I've been wanting to do track also, and so last year I joined, and I was in the sprinting group, and then I also wanted to do pole vault, and so I just started doing just pole vault and all that.
Does anything in pole vault translate to what you do in golf? Not really.
Just mental game, I
Just
guess.
mental. I would think so. Being strong mentally when you're going to try to jump 12 feet in the air or something like that makes a difference. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about your golf game. Where do you feel like you're at going into this season?
All right. I could be better for sure, but I think my putting right now is strongest, and yeah.
What are the things that you feel like you need to show some improvement on as the season progresses?
My driver and second shots for sure.
Okay. And how about, is there score-wise that you're trying to hit on each tournament, a certain number that you're trying to get to?
Just trying to stay in the 80s and keep it consistent.
Okay. Very good. All right. Move over here to Wyatt. And Wyatt, you're senior this year, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. You're another one of those kids that feels like have been around for quite a while. And this year you came back to golf. Did you play golf last year as well?
No.
No? Okay.
Last
So
year.
decided to pick it up in your senior year.
Yep.
What made you decide to come out and try golf the senior year?
I just started playing over the summer, and then I just got good at it. My dad was like, "Hey, you want to golf too?" So I started playing golf.
And of course, I was just mentioning that with Coach that players that whose dads had played for him back in the day that would be your dad that played for back in the day, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is it about the game that obviously you got good at it during the summer, but what do you like about it now that you're continuing to go out and play competitively now?
Just the competition. It's a really mental game, and so it's easy for people to fall apart if they're not mentally strong, and so I think I have a good grasp on that.
Okay, very good. Where do you feel like the strongest part of your game is going into the season?
Probably short game. I think my short game is pretty decent.
Okay, very good. And maybe the parts that you feel like you need to show some improvement on? Do you have anything in particular that you're looking at?
I would like to hit the ball further.
Okay. Further with accuracy, I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Dyson, an 8th grader this year. From what I understand, you guys have just been itching to finally get out there and be a part of the Tiger golf team over the last few years. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. Tell me a little about how long have you been playing golf? What age did you pick it up?
I've been playing for 5 years now, and I started around 8 or 9. Right
Okay.
around there.
All right. What's kept you in it? What do you like about it?
Just a fun sport to me.
Okay. Very good. Where do you feel like the strength in your game is going into this season?
Right now, it's probably long irons and my driver, really. I do need to work on my short game, but...
Okay. Very good. Coach is nodding his head over here a little bit. Something tells me that Coach has told you that probably.
Just a few times.
Just once or twice. Fair enough. Are you excited to finally, obviously you got to play in the fall a little bit, but excited to, get into this part of the season, obviously with state at the end of it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. All right, Landon, how about you? When did you pick up golf?
I picked it up probably about around 11 because Dyson actually got me into it first.
What made you stick with it? Obviously, if you didn't like it, you wouldn't stick with it. What do you like about the game?
I just like the competitiveness, and it just is really fun to me, honestly.
All right. And where do you feel like your game is at right now? What's working really well for you as you begin the season?
I'd say short game and approach.
Okay.
Hit them really close.
All right. And where are the parts that you feel like you want to see some improvement as the year progresses?
Probably just woods.
Okay. Very good. Coach, obviously we got this group here. Who else should be watching out for on this golf team this year?
Well, on the girls' side, we have Cheyenne Lane, who's been playing for us for a couple of years. Ellie Clore, a young lady that moved in from Carlsbad, who's a freshman and has made good gains. We're excited to have her. Ava Armijo has played for us for a couple of years, and Ava does soccer also. And she's a 9th grader, and then those are the ones that have been playing varsity and been traveling with us, and who I think on the boys' side we're pretty competitive on down the list there. We're pretty deep. We've got a 9th grader, Carson Gaddis, who was our second best player last year. Is right in the middle of all of this as well, and then we've got pretty stiff competition for our 5 spot. We've got 4 boys all within a couple of shots. Senior Tyler Bowles, freshman Jacoby Saldivar, Reed Geary. They're all melded together in my mind right now. I can't call. I'm thinking about putting numbers on them so that I can just say, hey, number whatever, come in. I'm losing my mind. I don't know.
It's a little bit easier as a football coach. You could just pick out the number.
Well, you just start yelling.
Yeah. Just start yelling. And what are you seeing from the group so far? Getting how positive has been the last couple of years? You guys have got to do some fall tournaments, and I know that kind of spreads out the schedule a little bit. Has that been a nice thing for the team to have that?
It takes a little pressure off of the spring. The spring, because once we start in March, if you're trying to put 11 tournaments plus district plus state in, that's a lot of time out of school. So we played our scrimmage in 3 tournaments in the fall, so we've got 7 in the spring. What it allows us is it gives us a couple of weeks in between each tournament so that we can go back and actually focus instead of it just being a rush to the next tournament. So I like that part of the schedule. It's not as hard on the kids trying to go to school because that is what's most important in the long run. I want to say it's golf and whatever I'm doing, but it is actually their
education.
Their education. It's a thing. So I like the schedule. Do y'all like playing some fall tournaments?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Kind of
it.
cold.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like how y'all spoke instead of just shaking your heads on the radio.
And I also imagine, we talked about this a lot over the years, is, golf is one of those that you kind of got to keep with it, even when tournaments aren't going on and the season's not going on. So that kind of maybe helps that a little bit in that fact that you have the fall tournaments, right?
Yeah, it does a little bit, and I have to watch it from my end, and I've got to watch a couple of these guys. Everybody needs a little time off. You need to take breaks, and Dyson. Sometimes so playing the fall tournaments, I had to force myself not to force practices through the winter and give them some time off. So we did some things, but not hard, so that they're fresh for the season. Because in the end, what we want is our best golf at the end of April into May. And but being in the fall makes them practice a little more year round, keeps some of them at it a little better. So there's positives and negatives to anything where you're year round.
And something else I'm curious, I think this is the third year that we've had the different qualifying system for golf. What's your perception of it after a couple years? Do you like the way that has worked out, or that needs some tweaks, or for state?
Everything always needs tweaks, because I never like anything. But with that said, the Wanamaker's a little more standardized, and it for everybody across the state, and it figures it the same. You know where you stand longer. It's now, because y'all see it's updated the app. You'll see that soon. It puts the kids in a national ranking system. About 35 states are now using it the same way New Mexico did. We were just one of the early states on board there with it. So I think it's good, and you can see where you stand, and you can look at stuff. And I think it's a good system, and it's taken the human element out of it a little bit. It is just a numbers game now. There's no thinking about it. It's just, that's what it is. So I like it, because when it's time to go to state, it's just top 8.
Yeah.
And so you've got to play your way in. You know what it is.
All right. Corynn, I mean, you like the scoring system that's been used over the last few years?
Yeah, I do. It's different from what Oklahoma does. They don't really have that much of a system that I know of. We didn't ever use an app or anything, so it's been a lot more helpful.
Yeah, a lot easier. I mean, you just use your phone as your scorecard out there when you're playing?
Pretty much.
Okay, very good.
There is one downside to the phones as scorecards.
Yeah.
It's that kids have trouble with phones.
Kids have trouble with phones?
Kids have trouble with phones. I know this is hard to believe, Charles, but sometimes they do stuff they're not supposed to, like get on, what is that, my Insta story? Do I have one of those? Is that something I have?
Nope.
A snap story?
Does he have Instagram?
I don't have one. I'll make you
Who's
one.
that?
Do I have one of those?
No,
No.
Do y'all look at those?
not when I'm golfing.
No.
I never
No.
seen
But it's a real thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can
you-
make you one.
But there are kids that look at them while they're golfing. Is that true?
Sometimes.
Probably.
And take selfies and all of that nonsense?
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not y'all, right?
I've never
And y'all
seen
would
that.
never admit that in front of me anyway, so whatever.
Fair enough. They probably would have their phones anyway, but yeah, anyway.
That there's a little bit of problem with that. But you know, the positive thing is as coaches, we can see the scores it live as they're happening. It gives us a little better chance to respond. I have to have a kid go with me personally that watches the phone for me, because, well, everybody knows it's me and phones aren't good. So there's a little bit of a problem there. So I do have to have my personal phone manager to tell me what's going on as I drive around to gripe at people about stuff. But yeah, it is positive in the long run.
All right, very good. Corynn, you already know what you're doing once you finish up with high school. For those that may not know, you're headed off to play golf after this, right?
Yep, to Western New Mexico.
All right, you excited about heading over there?
Very excited.
What made you choose Western New Mexico?
Well, I already have some friends on the team, so it's just kind of comfortable, and I really like New Mexico, and I want to stay here, and I just really like everything about it and what they have going on over there.
So now be honest, a couple years ago when you moved to New Mexico, did you think you would say that sentence, that you really like New Mexico and you want to stay here?
Not at all.
Okay.
No.
We're glad to know that New Mexico made an impact on you. That's a positive. Do
Yeah.
you know what you want to study over at Western?
I'm going to do kinesiology.
Okay. And hoping to get into some type of athletic training or something like that after
Yeah.
you're done? Kylie, what grade are you in now?
I'm a senior.
Okay, that's what I was trying to remember which grade you were at this point.
Yes.
What's coming up after you doing any kind of athletics after high school, or is this going to be it for you?
This is it.
Okay, very
Yes.
good. Do you know where you're headed? Are you doing college, something else, or?
I'm going to college. I'm going to Texas Tech.
Awesome. Very good. What are you going to study at Texas Tech?
Nursing.
Nursing? Okay. What made you want to get into nursing?
I just want to help people out. I want to make like an impact in people's lives and things like that.
All right. Excited to go to Lubbock?
Yeah.
Oh,
A change of scenery.
Change of scenery. Okay.
Yes.
And you're still close enough that when you want to come back, you can come back. It's
not too far.
Yeah, it's not an airplane flight. You can drive back here. So that's obviously positive. Wyatt, you going to do any type of athletics once you're done at HS? Or?
Yeah, I signed to New Mexico State soccer team.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go over there and do the university program, whatever that's called over there.
University abroad.
Yeah, university abroad. Awesome. Well, very cool. What made you decide you want to get involved with that program over there?
I like the coaching system they have. It's based out of Europe, and so it's a lot of different. It's very large. There's a lot of different people. I got a couple of teammates from like Ecuador and all over the place, so it's really fun.
All right, very cool. And so you've had a chance to work with them a little bit and do some stuff. Awesome, very cool. Do you know what you want to study over to Mexico State or
Nursing?
No, you don't know what
nursing.
Nursing. Okay, sorry. What makes you want to get into nursing?
My mom's a doctor of nursing practice, so it's kind of just in the family.
Okay, very good. Excited about that. All right, very good. Well, we got a couple 8th graders here, so they probably haven't started thinking about what's coming up after high school, going from seniors to 8th graders. But is golf something that you're hoping to continue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So that's the goal over the next 5 years is to build that up a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Is there a career that you started thinking about at all, or not even anywhere in your brain at this point?
I mean, I don't really know.
Yeah. Professional golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what we'll go with. Is college something you do want to do, though, at some point?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a place that you'd be like, yeah, I'd like to go there? Or,
I mean, not really, but I want to go to a top college, like somewhere out there, but...
Okay, very good. All right, move to you, sir. And what exactly you started thinking about? Is golf something you'd like to continue after high school, or is it something that obviously you're not technically in high school yet, but you're playing on the high school team? Is it something that you'd like to continue once you're done with this team?
Yeah, I think I want to continue golf because I'm pretty good at it, so probably want to just keep it going.
College something that you want to do as well, or
yeah, definitely want to do college. I don't know where yet though.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. You definitely have a little bit of time to think about that once. You don't have to worry about it a whole lot. And I guess the rest of you, I mean, do you like the I Want to Maker deal? I mean, you think that's an easier way than just filling out the regular old scorecard? Or
I mean, I don't really know because this is my first year, so I mean,
yeah,
I guess it's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, over the first couple tournaments, did you find it was pretty easy to do it?
No.
No? Okay.
Because...
It can be a little bit of a distraction, and parents like it because they can keep up with their kids from a long way from not being there and kind of watch what's going on. But it can be a little bit of a distraction. You always have phone problems. There's connection problems and everything, and there's tournaments that I have to go and see a certain group of kids every 3 holes and put their scores in for them because. So I'm going to claim that I act like I can't do the program, but I actually do it quite a bit. I have to go put scores in quite often. It's not a perfect system, but it's better than what we were doing.
Yeah, I got you. Dyson, how about you? I mean, is that something you kind of like using it on your phone, or?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, okay. Easier than filling out the regular scorecard, just the same, doesn't make a big difference to you?
Yeah, when I would go to other tournaments in other states, at first I'd have to do that, and the last year they started going to phones, so I like that a lot better.
Yeah. It ends whenever you're finished with the tournament, it does the final scoring stuff much easier than with the written scorecards. And if you're paying attention, a couple of weeks ago, Jordan Spieth got in trouble with a scorecard. The I Want to Maker takes care of a lot of that because it doesn't get down to that where it's a disqualification. So we've had way fewer of those problems since we've gone to it. Statewide, this is everybody.
Kind of weird professionals haven't gone to something like that and they're still going old school.
And their scores get watched more than anybody. So yeah,
that's kind of weird that they don't do that. So and I don't know, I mean, and you can and I see it when I go out there and watch tournaments that you can use rangefinders in high school golf, right?
Yeah, we can use a rangefinder. It can't have slope. It can't have so that would be uphill or downhill.
Yeah.
It can't do that math for you. It can't give you any kind of wind stuff. It's just yardage is all you can use it. But they can use the rangefinders for those, yeah.
Okay. Dyson, are you somebody who likes to use that kind of technology or not really? Yeah.
Yes.
You almost have to now. So, 20 years ago, Charles, every golf course had markers in the fairway or on sprinkler heads. Those are basically non-existent now. They don't replace them as they wear off or wear out. They're not there anymore. It's that technology has wiped away the old way golf courses did that measurements.
Okay, very good. Landon, you as well. I mean, you'll be out there with rangefinder trying to help yourself out with that, or do you go old school, or how do you do it when you're out there?
Well, yeah, I have a rangefinder. I mostly use that. I mean, if I'm right next to the marker, still range it just in case.
Yeah, I gotcha. Something else worth asking, we talk about golf. Golf's very much an individual game. It's on you out there. How do you feel like the team aspects, being a part of the team this year, getting to play a couple tournaments, how do you feel like the team aspect helps you and you are able to help your teammates?
Yeah, you like to boost your teammates' confidence and tell them to do good and all that, and just, I don't know, hope that your teammates do good.
Yeah, I gotcha. Dyson, is there a bit of competitiveness between you and your cousin when you're playing out there?
A little bit.
I feel like you're selling a little bit short. But within the team, golf's one of those that obviously within the team there's a level of competition, but do you feel like it's friendly competition? How does it work for you?
Pretty friendly. It's not like we're going to not like each other after if someone wins.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Wyatt, how about you? You're a senior, you're a senior and you're new to this group. It's kind of a little bit of a different thing for you. How's it been getting to be a part of this team this season?
It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's different. It's just a different type of team than a soccer team or so. But yeah. I don't know. I like it because of the accountability. Because it's such a small group that everybody has to do their job.
Okay, and good group of guys. You have fun together, and girls for that matter.
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Kylie, how's the team looking so far? Everybody's feeling pretty confident heading into the season?
I think so. I know Corynn's on top of her game. I'm trying as much as possible. And then Ava, always trying. Ellie, too. Everyone's showing up, doing their part. Cheyenne and all.
Yeah, and fun group. A lot of you ladies have played on the same team for a few years now, right?
Yes, we definitely have, and we're all good friends and all that.
Yeah, and Corynn, you came into a new situation as the new kid a couple of years ago. Now you're kind of the veteran of the group. Is a little bit of a different feel going into your senior year in terms of knowing everybody now?
Yeah, it's just like when I first got here, it was kind of like, oh, hey guys, and now it's going to be sad to leave them because they're just so close to me, and I really care about all of them and want them all to do good.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
Well, Coach mentioned the very first tournament of the year is coming up on the 4th, and it'll be over at Desert Lakes Golf Course.
Out at Desert Lake, yes, sir.
Okay, and
it starts at 9 o'clock. Come out and watch. We probably won't. Desert Lakes is a good place to watch from. You can watch standing there on the putting green right in front of the golf course. You can watch holes 1, 3, 4, and 9. You can watch a lot of golf there. You know that. You've been out there. And these are fun kids to watch. A lot of good golf shots, a lot of birdies, not many double bogeys. I'm good on that. I like that better. So these are good, really good kids, and so
it'll be a fun group.
So since you didn't ask, this is year 39.
I was trying to be nice.
And I don't want to admit this, but this is one of my favorite groups, boys and girls. I actually enjoy being around them, even though I'm their biggest. What am I? The op? Is that what I am?
You're not the op.
Is that an opponent? Is that what that means?
Opposition.
Oh, I thought it was a good thing. Now I find out it's the opponent.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
So it's not Slay?
No, you're done. Wrap it up.
And now, Charles, we're getting to the point that they really don't like whenever I start talking in modern slang.
But you definitely enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get to be the op.
Well, on that note, we wish you all a very lucky season. We hope it's a great year. Go out and support Tiger Golf next Monday. That is the only home event of the season.
That'll be the only one playing. Then we're in Las Cruces and across the state. We're traveling everywhere. But, yeah, that's our only one at home.
All right, very good. Good luck this season, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.